as we all know, Aotearoa, New Zealand, is undeniably the home of the world-famous haka. But surprisingly, the official Guinness World Record title for the largest haka is actually held by 4,028 individuals from France. It's time for that to change. I'm absolutely shocked by that, and somebody to talk to us about it is Rachel Foxall, who is the Clinical Services Manager with Raukatauri Music Therapy Trust. Kia ora, good morning, Rachel.
Kia ora, Lizzie.
Wow, so the French have it, but we're going to take that back, right?
Yeah, we're totally going to smash that world record on Sunday, the 29th of September, on the hallowed grounds of Eden Park.
Awesome. And so the goal is to get 10,000 people. Is that the goal?
The goal is to get 10,000 people doing the haka, and you can be from any background. All New Zealanders are welcome.
Yeah, that's cool. So when you do this, and I know you've got a website, hakarecord.co.nz, you've got the moves and the music and that sort of thing, the waiata. Is it just one haka that people are learning, or are they learning more than one?
No, we have the blessing of Ngāti Toa Rangatira to use Kamate, which is the haka that everyone knows and loves. It's the haka that sort of we present to the world as our Aotearoa haka. And so we've had the blessing to use Kamate. And on hakarecord.co.nz, we have training videos for tāne men and wāhine women to do their moves and to learn all of the kupu, the words.
That's so good. Yeah, I was wondering how you went about getting sort of approval to do that sort of thing. So that is very cool. So you're reaching out for all individuals, all ages, all ethnicities, anyone and everyone who wants to come along and be part of this amazing opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's welcome. It's a family-friendly and accessible event. So we want you to bring the whānau. The afternoon is also full of a really exciting lineup of New Zealand artists who have donated their time to contribute to this amazing event.
Cool. So what sort of people are coming along? What artists have you got?
So we're pleased to announce a huge range of artists, including Anika Moa, Ruha, Holly Smith, Georgia Lines, Paige, and many, many more.
Awesome. That's very cool. I saw Georgia Lines at, not Parachute, what's the one that's taken over it now?
Festival One.
Thank you. Saw her there earlier in the year. She was awesome. Hey, so this is a really great initiative. It's going to be a bunch of fun, but at the end of the day, it is a fundraiser for Raukatauri Music Therapy Trust. You guys have been going for 20 years. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's right, Lizzie. We celebrated our 20th birthday earlier this year, and we want to keep going for as long as we can. But this is a really challenging financial landscape, particularly because the Raukatauri Music Therapy Trust receives no direct government funding. We are supported as a charity, and we want to make our services as accessible as possible to all New Zealanders in need. Music therapy is a service that can reach people who are born with a challenging disability, people who are neurodivergent, people experiencing mental health challenges, people who've had a stroke or a brain injury. We work with people from all across New Zealand, in the North Island specifically, but we also do online sessions, and we work with people of all ages.
Yeah. You know, I had a family member who had a stroke a few years ago, and unfortunately she sort of lost her ability to speak, but as it went, she ended up having a music therapist, and it's made such a difference to her. And sometimes when I go and see her, I take my guitar and we pull out a songbook of something and then start singing. You know, she's mouthing a lot, miming along to the words, and you can just see the sense of enjoyment that music brings is just amazing. I mean, you've been a music therapist for many years. I know you're a clinical manager now. What do you love about it?
I find it really hard when people ask that question, Lizzie, because I can't pick just one thing. I mean, as you say, music has this really unique ability to touch our lives. It connects us and also has this really incredible impact on our brains. And in fact, our holistic health, if we look at, say, Te Whare Tapawha, which is about body, mind, soul, and whānau relationships, music touches all of those aspects.
For sure.
I think one of my favourite things about music therapy is being part of the moment when there's that connection in someone's mind, and they either learn something new, they do something for the first time after an injury, and there's this moment of like, I can be who I am again.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I also remember with my own mum, she's now gone home to be with Jesus, but when she'd had this stroke and one thing and another happened, and for a while there, she did lose her ability to talk. But I just started singing next to her bed one day, just some simple song, whatever it was, trying to remember actually, and she actually joined in.
That's
And
incredible.
It just blew my mind. It was like, it's a different part of the brain, isn't it? Speech from music.
So when we learn songs, the words that we learn, the lyrics are stored in a different part of the brain to the words that we learn specifically as speech. And the great thing about, music therapy is that it's helping the brain activate all those neural pathways, accessing things that might have been lost through other means.
So the people that come to you, I mean, people all ages and all different parts of life. Is this a thing that, I mean, you're seeking funding to help you keep going. Do they pay for the service? How does that kind of work?
Yeah, so our fees operate on a sliding scale, and we also take funding from things like individualised funding, OARS funding from the Ministry of Education, and then also other funding that people can access. We really want to make music therapy as accessible as possible, and our vision is that finances will not be a barrier to people accessing this life-changing service.
Yeah, and just tell us a little bit of the history of how the Therapy Trust started, though. I know it's a pretty cool one.
Yeah, it is amazing, and it ties really nicely to the haka record because Dame Hinuihi Mohi, who had the inspiration to bring the haka home, is the founding trustee of the Raukatauri Music Therapy Trust. And so her daughter, Hene Raukatauri, has a really significant disability. She has cerebral palsy. It affects her whole life. And so she was our first client at the Raukatauri Music Therapy Trust. And Dame Hinuihi was absolutely determined to make music therapy available to all New Zealanders. She didn't want it just for her child. She wanted all whānau to be able to access music therapy. And that's really the vision of the trust.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of music therapy, in case you hadn't guessed. Hey, so look, this sounds like such a great event. It's only next weekend, is that right?
That's right, Sunday the 29th of September.
Right, coming up real soon, 4:30 p.m. Eden Park. So to register, you can be part of it, but you can also be a spectator. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we totally want as many people as possible to register for the world record breaking event. But if you can't haka or you're not comfortable doing that, you can also purchase a spectator ticket. And the great thing about all proceeds from this is that they go directly to the trust.
That's very cool indeed. The place to go to get all the information and to get your tickets and to learn all the moves of the haka, hakarecord.co.nz, hakarecord.co.nz. Rachel Foxall, thanks so much for your time this morning. Hey, thanks for joining us today. Make sure that you like, subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can catch all our interviews on Star. See you next time.